Hi there. Welcome to this channel. In this video, we will be discussing a horror film titled Hong Kong Ghost Stories. This is about a female teacher who, unbeknownst to her, is actually teaching ghosts disguised as her students. The movie starts with Jennifer riding a taxi on her way to school. It's her first day, and she's both excited and nervous about it. Upon arriving at the location, it rained heavily, and the large school appeared gloomy and empty. Jennifer attempted to ask some students where the staff room was, but no one paid attention to her. Afterward, she roamed around the school until she met a student named Don playing basketball alone. Jennifer introduced herself as a substitute teacher while Dundon explained that it was lunchtime and everyone was outside. She then brought her to the staff room and left. Inside the staff room, Jennifer met Ms. Kong, the student officer of the school. While they were talking, the principal, Ms. Wang, arrived and appointed Jennifer as a substitute teacher for an afternoon class. It was revealed that the history teacher was on maternity leave and would be gone for a few months. Jennifer accepted the afternoon slot warmly as she wanted to forget about her recent breakup. After confirming that she would start the next day, she left. The next day when Jennifer returned to the school, she found the staff room empty. Instead, she found a note on Ms. Kong's desk indicating that she was assigned to Class 4E. The note also mentioned that the students in that class were somewhat mischievous and that she should be careful. Nevertheless, Jennifer was highly motivated and not worried about having any type of students. After a while, she went upstairs to find Class 4E, but it was strange that she couldn't find it anywhere. It was weird because there were no students around even though it wasn't lunchtime yet. At that moment, she came across the same girl Dundon she saw earlier and helped her once again. Dundon, who happened to be in the same class, accompanied their new teacher. Upon arriving at 4E, Jennifer noticed that the classroom looked more like a market than a classroom. Some students were fighting, some were writing on the board, and others were just being grumpy. Jennifer ignored all of this and introduced herself, beginning to talk about the importance of history, but no one paid attention to her. They were only interested in chatting and having fun. Jennifer realized that Miss Kong was right about the class and decided to change her teaching approach. She pledged to bring a historical movie the next day to make the lesson more engaging. Nonetheless, only Don paid attention to what she was saying, and to make matters worse, some arrogant guys gave her abusive comments. Despite all this, Jennifer remained calm and continued with the class. In the evening, while walking in the market, Jennifer discovered that some of her students were involved in prostitution. They even had Don with them, who seemed scared at first. Jennifer confronted them in front of their customers, causing them all to run away. She caught Carol and gave her a stern lecture, but surprisingly, instead of apologizing, Carol told her not to interfere in other people's problems. As Jennifer approached, her ex-boyfriend Chung was waiting for her, pleading for another chance. She responded by saying that she had already given him many chances in the past 3 years to fix things. Nevertheless, the stubborn man persisted and even knelt down to convince her, causing a commotion on the street. Fortunately, before things got worse, Jennifer's father, Abraham, arrived and defended his daughter. Before leaving, he also warned Chung that he would call the police if he ever approached his daughter again. Upon arriving home, Jennifer shared the incident with her mother, Jen, and broke down in tears. It turned out that Chung frequently got drunk and abused her for years, which also prevented her from getting a job. Her mother comforted her and advised her to forget the past and start anew. Her new job at the school was the perfect opportunity for that. At that moment, Abraham entered the room and told Jennifer not to let her guard down if she ever encountered Chung again. The next day at school, Jennifer tried to control the class, but once again she failed. She was also worried about Dundon's absence from class. After the class ended, she asked Carol about Dundon, but the girl's male friends intervened and threatened Jennifer to keep quiet about what happened last night and to stop meddling. After a while, Jennifer saw Dundon enter the restroom and she followed her. She was surprised to find the restroom empty, as if the little girl vanished into thin air. She tried to leave but found the door locked. In fear, she screamed for help, but no one heard her. Suddenly, strange paranormal activities started happening. Restroom stalls were opening and closing, water was gushing out from the faucets, the electric fan's blade was flying, and mirrors were shattering, almost hitting her. Jennifer, still scared and in disbelief, witnessed blood dripping from the ceiling in a strange shape. After several hours passed without her returning home, her worried father, Abraham, reported her missing to the police. They traced her cell phone signal and discovered that it was still inside the school. Abraham and the police searched every corner of the school until they found her, huddled in a corner of the bathroom, paralyzed with fear. As they turned on the lights, Jennifer realized that everything appeared normal again. She started to panic and wanted to go home. The next morning, as Jennifer rested in her room, her concerned parents believed she was going through an emotional crisis and suggested that she take a break from work. But just a minute later, Jennifer received a call from Miss Kong, who asked her to return to work starting the next day because there was no one to teach the students. At first, Jennifer hesitated, but since she didn't have much else to do, she agreed. In the next scene at school, Jennifer approached Miss Kong during lunch break and inquired why the students of 4E were so mischievous. Upon hearing this, Miss Kong turned pale. She revealed that there was no such class in the school, and that Jennifer was assigned to a different class. Jennifer didn't believe her because she had interacted with the students and knew them very well. To prove her claims, Jennifer brought Miss Kong to the classroom, but she was surprised to see it abandoned, resembling more of a storeroom than a classroom. The sight panicked Jennifer, and just then, the principal, Miss Wang, arrived and revealed everything. 10 years ago, there was a class called 4E in a school with many students. One particular student was constantly bullied and harassed by others. Fed up with it all, the student brought gasoline to the classroom and set the entire place on fire, killing 14 people, including 2 teachers who desperately tried to save the students but failed. Due to the incident, the school gained a bad reputation and eventually canceled Class 4E. Jennifer was left bewildered even after hearing the story, as she couldn't comprehend how she was able to see the students. To calm her down, the principal assigned her to the new Class 2A, which apparently had the most excellent students in the school. Upon learning that the class was only held in the morning, Jennifer agreed to take it. As Jennifer was on her way home, Chung once again intercepted her and tried to talk to her, but she ignored him once more. Suddenly, she saw Dan Dan with bruises on her face, but before she could ask anything, a frightened Dan Dan warned her not to return to school, and ran away. When Jennifer arrived home, she found her parents and some parishioners praying for her. The next day, Jennifer ignored Dan Dan's warning and went to school. Upon entering the new class, she was surprised to see the same students from 4E. She tried to escape out of fear, but some boys blocked the door and insisted that she teach. Jennifer assumed that it was all just her imagination and continued to write on the board. Suddenly, some of the students turned into ghosts, and one of them revealed a long, split tongue. Some of them flew and approached her. When Jennifer turned around, everything went back to normal. At that moment, she saw Dan Dan signaling her to leave the school quickly, and he hurriedly left the classroom. That evening, before Jennifer went home, she saw Dan Dan again, begging her not to return to school. When Jennifer asked why, Dan Dan revealed that some of the other students were trying to kill her. After saying this, she quickly left. A few steps away, Jennifer saw Chung waiting for her, trying to get her attention. However, he stopped her and showed her a video recording of her talking to the air. She realized that Dan Dan was also a ghost. Jennifer was scared, and Chung became worried about her. Jennifer was taken to meet an exorcist called Master. He told her that the school was haunted, and gave her a magical knife that she could use against the spirits. When Jennifer got home, she found her parents waiting outside. She received a call from one of the haunted students who told her that there was nowhere for her to run. Jennifer panicked and hung up the phone. A few moments later, her mobile phone rang. The spirit on the other end told her to accept whatever would happen to her. Suddenly, the lights flickered and strange noises emanated from her phone. In her panic, she took out the magical knife and stabbed her phone, causing everything to stop. The following morning, Jennifer received a call from her mother Zhen, using their neighbor's phone as hers was broken. Zhen mentioned that she had arrived from Jennifer's school as instructed by her daughter, and that she was now accompanied by 2 students from Class 4E, one of whom was Carol. Carol took the phone and urgently asked Jennifer to save her mother. Jennifer wasted no time and hurried to the school, where she saw the spirits of the students. They had placed Jennifer's mother, Zhen, by the window and were about to push her down. Carol asked Jennifer if she wanted to save herself or her mother. Jennifer answered both and drew out the magical dagger that emitted light, enough to temporarily blind the spirits. Sadly, one of them pushed Jen out of the window, and she died instantly. Jennifer became angry upon seeing her lifeless mother's body, and began stabbing the spirits one by one using the knife. A seemingly normal student pleaded with Jennifer not to kill her, but she still stabbed her anyway. After a while, the police arrived and arrested Jennifer, who now appeared to be insane. Her parents also arrived, confused to find out that Jen was still alive and had not gone to school. As Jennifer looked on in shock, The head of police explained that she had brutally killed 14 students from the 4E classroom. Suddenly, a man arrived at the scene claiming to be the principal. Jennifer insisted that he was lying, as the principal was Miss Wang. A week ago, she was accepted by the actual principal, who revealed an incident that happened 20 years ago. Upon hearing this, the actual principal of the school told the police about the incident that happened 20 years ago. He mentioned that because everyone was scared of the story, the school had to hide the pictures of the memories of the 14 people who died in the fire. Afterwards, she pushed a cabinet and opened the pictures showing the students and the 2 teachers. The teachers were revealed to be none other than Principal Miss Wang and Miss Kong. Moreover, it was revealed that Jennifer killed the students using the screwdriver that she thought was a magical knife. The same knife that her ex-boyfriend Chung used to do something unbelievable the other day. This means that she did not see the real Chung, but only her spirit. Upon hearing all of these revelations, Jennifer began to laugh maniacally, causing the police to finally apprehend her. The movie ended with her seeing Don Don outside dribbling her basketball, only to realize that it was actually the head of Chung. Subscribe now for more videos like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.